Another episode of Teofimo the Takeover Lopez, who is delusional as ever. I don't own the rights to this content. It's for educational purposes only. Let's hear what Teofimo has to say, and I will respond to what Teofimo has to say. Here's Teofimo with Marcos on Fight Hub.
The Ring Magazine and the WBO, which technically I'm undisputed because no one beat Josh Taylor. He was getting more of the upfront, and he was getting a bigger guarantee. So people are going to say, well, because look how many pay-per-view buys they did. My brother, listen to me. Hold up. I need to educate everybody. Tank and Ryan needed each other in order to make that fight. It wasn't one or the other. We got to set this record straight. Ryan Garcia has a huge fan base, absolutely. But so does Tank. Me and Ryan Garcia fight, we'll pass that. I promise you, we'll surpass that. Because Teofimo has the Mexicans with him. La Raza. You got these guys that lied to the media. And enough is enough. You either face me or shut up.
Now, Teofimo is still delusional on his undisputed run. Dude, you are not undisputed. When you beat Loma, he was unified champion. When you beat Josh Taylor, he was WBO champion. I don't care what Josh Taylor was before. When you fought him, he was only the WBO champion. If you wanted to be undisputed at 135 and you wanted to be undisputed at 140, you know what you needed to do and you didn't want to do it. You got lazy. You wanted to pose in front of the camera. Got happy with the wins you had against Josh Taylor and Loma instead of going the whole 9 yards. Instead of building off the momentum, you lost to Kambosos. Now, people in his fans, the little fans he has, want to sweep that loss under the rug. But I'm not going to do it. You just sweep Devin Haney's loss under the rug. We're not sweeping Gervonta Davis' draw under the rug. Why would I sweep that under the rug for Teofimo Lopez? It's not going to happen. He lost, and he lost convincingly. Now, when it comes to Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia, he's 100% correct. They needed each other to get that 1.2 million pay-per-view buys. That's why the fight was so successful, because both of them came together, they put their fan bases together, and this is what they get. 1.2 million pay-per-view buys. They cannot do those numbers on their own. What was Gervonta Davis's last pay-per-view numbers? Were they around 200? I mean, Rick Glazer said around 50,000. Some say 200,000. All we know is it's not 1.2 million pay-per-view buys. And I'm scared to look at the Lamont Roach numbers. They haven't came out yet. And these guys want to call Gervonta Davis the face of boxing. Now, with that being said, this is where he's being delusional once again. He is saying that him and Ryan Garcia could top those numbers. Now, I do think, especially if they're victorious, I do think Ryan Garcia and Teofimo can get good numbers. But to get 1.2, 1.3, no, to me, that's Canelo and Crawford territory. I do not think Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez will reach those numbers. And the reason being, Teofimo does not have the fan base that Tank Davis has. Ryan Garcia has a big fan base, and that is the problem with Teofimo. He doesn't really have a fan base. I mean, you hear a bunch of people online that say they mess with Teofimo, they like him, but that does not translate into a fan base. You know, he says he's from New York, but a lot of cats from New York don't mess with him. You know, they say he's from Florida. He wants to fight in Cali. He's trying to find a fan base. He's looking for a fan base that will adopt him. Because when you look at Shakur Stevenson, he has Jersey. You look at Boots Ennis, he has Philly. You look at the Chance Crawford, he has Omaha. Those are their fan bases. They'll come out to see him. Teofimo doesn't have that. Florida, people don't want to go see him, and he's supposed to be from Florida. And his social media is cool, but is it big as Ryan's and Gervonta Davis? I don't think so. So those are the reasons I don't think it will be as big as that fight was. But I do think it'll do decent numbers, and it's a good fight. I wouldn't mind seeing it. But anyway, leave your thoughts and comments below. Let me know what you think. Can Teofimo and Ryan Garcia be bigger than Tank and Ryan Garcia? Jay Beasy, I'm gone.